Pam 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 pam. Pam 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 pam. Pam. I hope you're having fun as I am. Hope you are learning. Subscribe to Top Tech Script. Subscribe. Love you. Hello guys, happy new year. I wish you a productive 2023. Welcome back to my channel. This is the second video of this series on how to build an encryption software using Python 3. So in this tutorial, we're going to start with building the user interface. That is all we have here. So in the next video we will start adding functions to all these widget buttons and label. Okay, so firstly let me sketch how we are going to achieve that using Tkinter library. Tkinter library is a built-in library that comes with your Python package, okay, for building a user interface. So let me sketch that in my note here. So firstly we have a root frame which is going to sorry let's use this. We have a root frame which is going to serve as the container for the entire widget, for all the widgets we're going to be using. So just at the top here we have the menu bar, a frame for the menu bar. We have also a label, okay, a label that displays what we are currently doing, okay, just a way to interact with our user. Then we have just under it we have another frame, a container also containing a button and an entry box. Just below it we have another button, okay, in the root container. Then just under it we have another frame containing two buttons. So we are going to use Tkinter to achieve this this week. So firstly let's go back down to my editor. So you can use any editor of your choice. I'm using um, VS Code. Okay, let's import the library from Tkinter, import all. So to create the root container, let's create an instance of the Tkinter. Let's give it root is equal to tk. So let's pack the root to the main frame, to the main loop. Sorry, we have root dot main loop. So just these two lines of code or three lines of code, this is what we have been able to do. Let's run it. You can see we've achieved this. So the next thing from our sketch is to get a frame, okay, where we put our social buttons. So just under this we create a frame. Let's call it frame social. So we have it. It's a frame widget, okay. Then just after the open bracket, where are we going to place this frame social widget? So we are going to place it in the root window or in the root frame. So let's just add a single button to it, button, or let's say LinkedIn. It's a button. So now we'll place the button in the frame social, not the root. Okay, So we have to define another property for its test. LinkedIn. LinkedIn. So yeah, guys, before we continue, let me quickly explain the different methods of placing widgets in their parent container. We have two methods. We have the grid system and we have the pack system. Let me use this to quickly explain. So the pack system basically place the particular widget, okay, directly below the previous widget. Like for example, this frame is packed, the label is packed, okay. We have the frame, the parent frame here is also packed. This button is packed, the parent frame here is packed. Then the grid system, we utilize the grid system here to define their position, okay, just like in a grid, like a grid, okay. You have this as row 0, column 0, row 0, column 1, okay. So if you want to place widgets side by side, you use the grid system, but if you just want to align them vertically, you use the pack system. So here we are going to use the pack, okay. We are going to use pack here, we are going to use pack here. For the parent of this, we are using pack, but the children we use grid, okay, grid, okay, also pack, then grid. So let's go back to our code. So we've defined the frame, so we are going to, okay, we have buttons inside here, so those buttons are as well gridded in this parent frame. So let's go back to our code. So we've created the button, so let's pack them and grid them. So like we said, the parent is going to be packed, so we have frame social dot pack. So that is that for the parent. Then the button is the child element. We are going to grid it in the frame social. So we have button LinkedIn dot grid. So this will require extra properties. We define the row in this case 0, then column is equal to 0. So we're done with that. So let's just preview what we've done, so you can see. Let me quickly add another button so you really understand what we have done. We just duplicate this, then change this to, let me say, GitHub. Yeah, it's going to be in the frame social also, so I'll just change this text to GitHub. So what we need to do now is to grid this, okay. We now have a button GitHub dot grid. So the row will still be 0, row 0. We have column, in this case the column will be 1. So let's just do that now, so you can see. So we have this, they are not functioning now, so we're going to do that later. So I'll just add these two buttons. You can add as many as you want. So the next one is to add a label, okay. A label, it will display, it will try to create an interaction between our user. This is the software file not selected, so we are using that like more like a screen, okay, to talk with our user. So add the frame now. We are going to add a label, and if you look at this cache very well, the the label is packed in the root directly, okay, in the root frame directly. So go to the code and also do that. We have label, let's say label display. Okay, if I can actually spell that right. Label display is equal to, is a label, of course. So we'll pack it in the root. So let me just add a few things. Width, let me give it 200. Then height, we have let's say 50. Let me make this a little bit wider, let's say 800. So of course we still have to pack it. Okay, we have label display dot pack. Okay, save. We have this. Okay, we can see it. So let me just change the color so we can actually see what we have done. Let me modify it properly again. BG, that is the background color, is equal to white. Yeah, I think the height is too much. The height, let's just leave it at that 20. Okay, this is perfect. So I'll just add like a padding to this frame. So let's just create that small gap between our label and our frame. Okay, our frame for holding the menu. So just come here, frame social. Let me add padding Y. We have padding Y, padding S. So I want to create a padding, vertical padding, padding Y is equal to, let's just give it 20. Yeah, that's perfect. So we can see we have a small gap between the label and as well as the button. So let's go back to our rough sketch. So then we have another frame containing a button and an entry box. So let's say frame gen is equal to frame, and the frame is in the root. Then we have a button. Button gen is equal to button. Okay, and it's going to be in the frame gen. Okay, then we have test generate. So we have test box. Okay, test box in Tkinter is the entry widget. Okay, we have test gen is equal to entry. Okay, we'll place it in the frame gen. Okay, then okay, that's all. Let's just leave it this way. Then we'll come back to pack them, okay, just like we did for others. Firstly, let's pack the frame itself. Okay, we have frame gen dot pack, that we do. Then the button gen dot grid. Of course, I know you guessed that right. 0 row to 0, column is equal to 0. Then just beside it we have test gen dot grid. Also we have row 0, column 1. Save. Let's run. So we have this already. So just under it we have another button that is packed, then another frame that contains 2 buttons. I will do this, then you have to try this on your own if you understand what we've learned so far. Okay, so let me create the button. Select is equal to button, of course, located in the root, then test select file. Okay, then let's pack it. We have button select dot pack. Save. Let's run. So we can see. So what I want you to do now is to create a frame just under this. Okay, just like we have here, create a frame under the select file, then add 2 buttons, grid the 2 buttons just the way you have it here, encrypt, decrypt. So I believe you should be able to do that if you understood what we have done so far. So this is where we will be stopping today. So in the next video I will show you what I have done to get this. Okay, and hopefully you got it right. So please subscribe to this channel, share, subscribe, like, comment, just encourage me generally. And as well, you can always contact me, put in your queries. If you have any question, I will be more than happy to attend to you. Also feel free to say me hi on my LinkedIn. Also we can also work together if you have an interesting challenging project. I'm always ready to collaborate with you, to learn with you, and also move um, move our careers forward. Okay, thank you. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.